Welcome back to another video. Hope you are having a great day. And today with the smallest window door sensor that we have seen so far. This is the Meross and it works with Apple HomeKit. I will leave a link down below so that you guys can check out. Now, this is intended to be used on a window, on a door, but we can also create other more interesting scenarios like a drawer or like a fridge, and I will be able to tell if that fridge was open or not, and we will see on that app. By the way, talking about app, if you are watching this video on your Windows 10 or Windows 11 computer and you still haven't activated, don't forget to check out KeysFan, where you can find budget official OEM keys at an affordable price, and with the coupon code that you can see on screen it will get a little bit cheaper. I will leave that coupon code next to the Meross link so that you can see not only the sensor but all the other products that they have. Now, looking at the sensor, it is interesting but only at certain point, because it will only tell us if it's closed or if it's opened, and basically this is it, and it works great. And if we want to know if this particular drawer is opened or closed or whatever, then great. If I want to know if my fridge is open after 2 o'clock in the morning and I want to create an alarm, great. But it gets more interesting if, for example, we add other devices that can interact with the sensor. Let's imagine, in my particular case, you know, if you follow the channel for a while, that I do have my illumination on the office here, on the basement, smart, and I can select which lamps I want to control just using my phone. Now, I need to press that button, and I have an automatization where I just press one button and I will light up this set of lights to do my recording, and then I can just press the off button and it will return to what it was. But let's imagine a scenario that I don't need to pick up my phone. I just select this sensor right over here, I put it on one of my drawers, and then we create a scenario where I do open my drawer and it will light up the lights that I need to start recording. So this is the kind of scenario that gets more interesting when we add more devices with a sensor like this. Now, this is the first time that we are looking at a product from Meross, so let's take a look in what's inside the package. Once we open it, we will find the hub, which is right over here, and we'll also find this sensor in this particular kit, which I will leave the link down below. Besides that, we also have a power adapter, a USB cable, and a user guide. Basically, the way that all this works is we will connect this hub to our network, and then the hub will connect to the devices that we want. I can have up to 16 devices. It don't need to be 16 sensors of this. I can have 5 of these and then 1 air purifier and a few more devices that we will check out in just a few moments. The hub is connected via a USB to micro USB cable, so it will be always on. And the sensor, in this particular case, it's using a battery, a CR2450, which will last up to 18 months. And in terms of the connection, it's very easy, but we can connect in 2 ways. I did start with Apple Home, and probably that was not the best scenario. I should have started, which I did later on, with the Meross app, because the app will allow us to configure everything automatically and we don't need to waste any time. So what we do is we will add the hub first, and once it is on the Meross app, we will be able to see which device we want to add to the hub. So in this particular case, we did add the sensor, but there are a lot of devices available. This particular model is the S200 door sensor, and once we add it, we can configure the app to carry out automatizations and give alerts when the sensor is opened or close. And I did some quick tests right over here on a door, which is very classic, and it gives me notifications if we activate them, of course. And I also tested on a drawer, which can be very interesting in a lot of scenarios, including the one that I mentioned, that I would open a drawer and it would turn on the lights that I need to start my recording. So the only limitation here is the number of devices that we have and our own imagination. Now, talking about imagination, let's take a look at the app. So at this moment we are on the Meross app. You know Apple Home, so we don't need to go there. It will do all the automatizations and the app will add to home kit without any intervention of ours. We just need to say yes, 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 and basically that is it. So what we have here is the only device that we have at this moment is the office door, and it says that it's open, and if we close it, it will give me an alert and it will say that it's closed. Now if I leave it closed like this, it will give me a warning saying that it's more than 1 minute that it's on this status, so we will see that in just a few moments. Now one of the things that we can do right over here is if I want to add the first device or the second or third, doesn't matter, just need to press the plus button and we will see, as I was saying, that they have a lot of devices, so it's really easy to start imagining, okay, I want to turn on a lamp, or I want to turn on a air purifier or a smart plug or anything like that. So when I open my door, I want to close all the lights that are open, so we just need to select the devices that we want. Now in this particular case, just to show you, I went to the smart sensor and alarm, and here we go, the MS200, which is the model that we have right over here, but we could add any other device. Now, and at this moment we received the notification that it's closed for more than 1 minute, and it happens the same way if I open it up. I can do it right now, and it will say, okay, you forgot your garage door open. So let's go back a little bit and let's take a look at the options of the sensor itself, and of course each device will have its different options. Now first of all, it will give me all these notifications right over here per day, so a lot of notifications in just one day. I can delete, and I can go right over here and go to the device settings, and here I can change the device name, I can see the model number, I can see which hub it is connected. As I said, it will take up to 16 devices, so I can connect 16 devices to this hub, and then I can get another hub to my ground floor and add another 16, and probably another one to the first floor and add another 16, and I can identify the different hubs. This can be hub basement, the other one hub ground floor, which is not creative at all, but it's a name that I know. Okay, here we are with the notification open for more than 1 minute, and if this was my garage door, I would have a notification stating, okay, I left it open, I need to close it. And then we have seen systems where we can close our garage door and open just with using our mobile phone. Everything here on the channel. Now let's take a look right over here, the smart hub. Then we have a user manual, just in case we lose our user manual, but it is so easy that I don't see the need for that. We also have the options for the alerts. Now I have everything here on, from close to open, from open to close, open for more than 1 minute and closed for more than 1 minute. Probably the closed for more than 1 minute, it's not that important, because if the door is closed, it's closed, it's safe. But there might be a scenario that I don't want that door to be closed because I want my clients to get in through that door, something like that. Low battery, and basically this is the settings that we can for alerts. Now we also have the automation, which we will create our scenes. Now let's take a look right over here. We can only go so far because I only have one device, so I can say that from closed to open I want to trigger something, or I can go from open to close and turn on or turn off something. Or if the door and window are open for more than 1 minute, I want to trigger a alarm or something like that. So on this first step, I just need to select what will trigger the action. And in this particular case, okay, from closed to open. When I open my drawer, what will happen? And now I don't have any device to tell it to turn on or turn off. So if we had a smart plug right over here, for example, what we could say is turn on that smart plug. And if my fan is connected to that smart plug, what happens is that I open the drawer and the smart plug turns on, and I've got my fan blowing air at me. So that would be an interesting scenario. Or turning on the lights. And basically this is what we can get right over here and create more than one automatization for each device. We just said to open, but what happens when I close? So we just need to select the reverse. When we close, we want to shut down that smart plug which has the fan, and it will turn off the fan. So interesting scenarios right over here. Or when you enter your main door, you want to open certain lights, and when you get out of that door, you will close certain lights. Now let's go back, because this is something that only each one of us will have its own imagination and create the scenarios to its home. Then we also have the export history and device power and the time zone, and basically that is it, and remove the device. So regarding the main options, this is it. Here is the area that we will have the scenes that we had just seen to create, and we can create on that menu, or we can just have this shortcut and create right over here. And then there is a forum with information about Meross, and there is also a shortcut for the shop, so we can just go right over here and check out which devices we can, but I do prefer the website and make the purchases right over there, and then only user information, which doesn't matter for the video. And basically this is it. This is the smallest sensor that we have seen so far right over here. Works great with a very small delay, as we have seen while we were doing the recordings, that it is notification, and it has about 1 second and something of delay, something like that, but it's quite quick for what we have seen. Now, it works great, it connects really easy with the hub, and in my opinion, as I said, it is a really simple utilization with just one device, but if we start adding more devices and more devices, then we will create some interesting scenes. My feedback about the Meross sensor that I've got right over here is that it works really nice, and it's really small, so we can put in different places, including drawers and fridges and situations like that. Hopefully you've enjoyed this video and to know a little bit more about the Meross sensor. And if you did, don't forget the usual thumbs up right over there, which is really appreciated on this side of the screen. My name is Roberto George, and as always, I'll see you on the next one.